The night was soft and warm, filled with the gentle rustle of leaves outside their special treehouse. Raju, 6, and Priya, 5, were nestled comfortably in their sleeping bags, listening to the familiar sounds. Rio, their dog, was curled up at the foot of their little bed, and Mithoo, the parrot, perched quietly, seemed to be watching the moon peek through the branches. Papa and Ma were just below, their gentle presence a comforting anchor. "Tonight," Papa whispered, his voice as soothing as the night breeze, "we'll visit a different kind of kingdom, one held high in the quiet branches." What quiet courage would blossom high above the ground in a kingdom of whispering leaves? In their dream, Raju and Priya found themselves not in their own treehouse, but in a magnificent one, woven into the tallest, oldest tree in a peaceful forest. It wasn't grand with jewels and gold, but with shimmering moss, glowing fungi, and pathways made of woven starlight. This was the Treehouse Kingdom, ruled by the kindest of leaf kings and bark queens, who held court under the soft glow of moon petals. Rio padded softly on the leafy floor, his tail swaying gently, and Mithoo chirped, delighted by the sweet scents of night-blooming flowers. The air hummed with a soothing melody, the lullaby of the forest. One night, a new sound began to hum through the branches. It wasn't angry, but a deep, long sighing sound, like the forest itself was sad. The shimmering moss dimmed, and the glowing fungi pulsed faintly. The Leaf King and Bark Queen, usually so serene, looked worried. What quiet challenge would dim the lights of this peaceful treehouse kingdom? "It is the whispering wind," the Bark Queen murmured gently. "It carries all the unspoken worries of the forest. And tonight, it feels so heavy, it dims our light." No one knew how to soothe the whispering wind. All the little creatures, even the brave squirrels, hesitated. Raju and Priya felt a small, steady feeling in their hearts. It wasn't a loud courage, but a quiet, soothing one. They looked at each other, then at Rio and Mithoo, who seemed to understand. Papa and Ma, watching in their dream, sent waves of quiet encouragement. Could a child's gentle courage bring comfort to a sad, invisible wind? With soft steps, Raju and Priya moved towards the edge of their treehouse balcony. They extended their hands, not in fear, but with a deep, soothing breath. They began to hum a very gentle, loving tune, a lullaby their Ma often sang. Rio nudged their legs, adding his soft presence, and Mithoo landed on Raju's shoulder, trilling a tiny, hopeful note. Their little tune, full of courage, oz, and kindness, floated on the air. It wasn't loud, but it was clear and true. The whispering wind seemed to pause, listening. Slowly, ever so gently, the heavy sighing sound began to soften. The shimmering moss brightened, and the glowing fungi pulsed with renewed light. How would a simple, courageous lullaby bring peace to an entire magical kingdom? The Leaf King and Bark Queen smiled, their faces peaceful once more. The whispering wind, now light and airy, carried their loving tune to every corner of the treehouse kingdom, spreading peace. It was a gentle reminder that even the quietest acts of courage, filled with love, could soothe the biggest worries. As the first hint of dawn painted the sky, a gentle current lifted Raju and Priya back to their own treehouse. The sweet scent of night-blooming flowers seemed to linger faintly around them. What soothing dreams of courage and kindness would fill their sleep high above the ground. Back in their cozy treehouse beds, Raju and Priya remembered the whispering wind and their gentle lullaby. Rio was curled up tight, dreaming perhaps of quiet forest breezes. Mithoo was asleep, his feathers fluffed for warmth. Raju drifted and drifted, his thoughts filled with shimmering moss and the soothing hum of the happy forest. Priya was already asleep, a serene smile on her face. Rio was deep in peaceful slumber, and Mithoo was still and content. Raju, Priya, Rio, and Mithoo were all drifting peacefully to sleep, their dreams warmed by the quiet courage that brought peace to a treehouse kingdom and the gentle magic of a loving tune. Good night, brave little hearts. Sleep soundly.